And we are back. And it sounds like Berta just went into her house. We just missed it. Wait, was this the first day of summer? Yeah, that was the first day of summer. And a productive day it was. Now, trying to find our bed in the dark. Crawling on the ground, unclear where we are. There's the bed. And now, today, I think we're going to try and face the challenge to kill boar. Because that is what the quest log wants us to do. 2 boar for Alvin's story to get the leather required for his what's it called? His water skin, I guess. But also we need to kill 3 boars to pass the hunting check, let's call it. Because the game wants us to become efficient at hunting. Which makes sense, since now we are literally the only provider for our little village. And by God, Berta, as hard a worker as she is, but in terms of feeding herself, she's absolutely useless. Now, we are going to need a lot of arrows for this intervention. And so let me see if I can craft any. I cannot, but only because I don't have stone. Well, that is easily fixed. Just need to look around a bit. There's just sticks everywhere. So yeah, our old arch enemies, the Wizened, have left the building and the area. And I am not sad about it. I mean, in a way, it was exciting to have them around. But clearly, in the long run, a choice would have to be made. Either them or us. And I'm pretty sure quite soon there will be a lot of people running around here. And eventually the Wizards would have to give in. Oh, I can still only make 1 set of arrows. Okay. So let me see. We have about 20 arrows for 3 boars. How many do we have exactly? Exactly 20, yeah. I would estimate that for every boar, we will need at least 4. So we should be fine. But if we miss too many arrows, then we are in trouble. Do we have any food in here? We do not. I cannot go hunting on an empty stomach. That is not a good idea. Oh. Oh, well, we have dried meat, right. Forgot about that. And we take a sip from the beautiful lake. There's actually quite a lot of space between the houses, so... I mean, I deliberately left these bushes here, as they providing us with berries, which is a source of food in summer. But they have another purpose. In spring, when these berries are already there, and they will respawn, I'm pretty sure, you can pluck them. Wait, now that I think about this, I could have done this. Why didn't I do that? Anyway, so when you pick these berries in spring, they will not be ripe. But if you still pluck them and store them, they will then become rotten after the next season. And then you can use them. Actually, you can only do that if you have a barn. So that will be, there's going to be one of the buildings we actually need to build next. Yeah. So then when you have a barn, you can turn these berries, or the rotten berries to be precise, into fertilizer. Which early on is the only source for you to get fertilizer at all. Now, let us see. So with the boars, once I hit them, they will not be very happy about that, and they will come running at me immediately. And then the question is, how quickly can I kill them? That is pretty much it. There's not much more to it. So... okay, that's a rock. That is not a boar. Oh wait, there's a chest here. And over there I can see one. He's just standing there, enjoying the early sunlight. Ooh, 218 coins. A gift? An expected gift. Okay, now. I'm sort of used to shoot my arrows from a sneaky position, sort of when I'm hiding. That is I think an old leftover reflex from Skyrim. Because of course in Skyrim you would get a damage bonus, which I'm pretty sure in Medieval Dynasty you actually do not get. So let's see if we can hit him from this distance. So he will turn around and then start running. Oh, he turned around much earlier than expected, okay. Got him. And I got him again. And I think he's already about to die. Or he hasn't figured out where we are yet. Oh, but this one has. Yeah. Now where did the other guy go? The problem is there's a third one here, I know that. Now the good thing is... okay, the other one has died. Awesome. Now I just need to find the carcass. But I also need to be aware of the third one. Oh, I found him. Hello, Mr. Boar. Let me see if I can get to an elevated position. There's the other one. Maybe he's gonna check on his brother. Yep, he is. Now he realized. Now he's angry. I hit the tree, I'm pretty sure. Oh wow. It seems that I hit them almost without missing. Wow, what is wrong? Normally this never happens. Really, when I play by myself, I am doing rather poorly at hunting. Even though I use the bow all the time, I'm still quite bad at it. So this is a surprise. So now we are heavy loaded with all this boar meat. We should definitely... actually, is there a fourth one here? I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure there's only 3. But you never know. Yeah. So we have enough leather, which we will deliver to Matilda. But first we need to go back. Actually, there's more berries here. Why not? Food is food. And the advantage with berries is that they also help against being thirsty. Those were not berries, actually. That was Death Shade, I think. Okay. Death Shade likes to grow near the berries. Oh my god, I grabbed too many of them. Okay, we're good. Ah, right. So the tutorial actually wants us to plant carrots, wheat, and/or cabbage. Sensible, I think. But first of all, 63 meat. Now that is going to feed her for a very long time. And now we have 3 minutes to talk about anything else. So let's see. What is it that I need to do? Build a barn. I also need to make sure that Berta actually has enough access. Otherwise, we will not get any more wood. After the barn, I should probably consider building a well. And then I think it will be time to build the next house and then recruit someone that can go hunting for us. And then the core loop that I have mentioned a gazillion times already will finally be established. Where for all the villages there will be food, water and firewood. I'm not sure, and I don't think I can check right now. Can I? No, I cannot. I'm stuck here. What kind of settlement level I am at currently. I think I'm allowed to build 10 buildings currently. And we are at 5. I think. Yeah, 2 houses, storage. No, 4. No, 2 houses, storage. Yeah, right. The woodcutter lodge and the hunting lodge. Yes. We have 5 to go. I guess the bigger question is at this point, what are we going to do with this series? I have not really planned on making 100 different episodes of this, to be honest. I kind of figured it would be smart to make each episode a little bit longer than just 45 to 50 minutes, rather between an hour and a half and 2 hours. So that obviously there would be less. But the big question is, what exactly is the end goal? You know, when does it stop? When is the village completed? Is it when we have built all the buildings? Is it whenever I decide that the village is finished? I mean, for sure we can say that once you have a tavern built and a mill, there is not that much left after that. But that is a long way away from now, for now. So, okay, now all the meat has been successfully roasted. We just grabbed the meat right from the grill. That's crazy. Meanwhile, we've unlocked the smithy. Let me see how much... Hey Berta, how much have you eaten, huh? Oh, she's still not over yesterday. My attempts at flirting were not very skilled, and I think she's still peeped. Alright, so we have... yeah. A lot of meat. So... let me just dump this here so that I'm not over encumbered anymore. And then... oh, salted meat. I don't remember picking this up. But yeah. Let me think. So definitely we need a barn. Oops. Barn should be here. Oh, we have everything. That is very convenient. The only thing we don't have is stones, as usual. Can we actually build? No, we don't have that. We are quite away from that. A well is also possible to build. Okay. Let's go. The fundamental farming building. Where am I gonna put it though? No, I think I want it facing this direction for sure. Maybe next to the main storage. Wait, let me think. I'm sure some people have detailed plans of how they want to build their village. I sort of wing it most of the time. But I'm thinking just now that maybe I want to have the food storage next to the main storage, because I think it makes sense to do that, as they are the focal point of the village, in terms of resources at least. So the barn building probably could even be nested sort of between the fields. Sort of here. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Like this. Now. How many stones do we need? 4 more. Okay, done. Okay, there's only deer here. Only deer. Nothing else. It may be in a slightly weird angle, but we can fix that, no problem. Can you plant cabbages in the summer? I think you can, right? So that would actually be the next possible step. We could just plant cabbage seeds. Yeah, I would be fine with that. But our field is a little bit bigger than only 15. I don't know if that's sort of their suggested size for a field. I like to make them a little bit bigger. Obviously mine is currently 7 by 4. So this would be 3 by 5. Which is very small. Hammering away at the wall. I know I said this in the first episode, but the reason why I'm not using the very convenient function to instantly put in all the resources and building it is that for me it destroys the balance of the game. Because then having an iron hammer, which now is an absolute luxury for me, if I had one, it wouldn't even matter that much. Because, well, it would only be, what? A fifth of the amounts that I need to use the hammer now. Maybe even more. Yeah, I mean, for the roof it's like 8, 9 times. Yeah, also the wall 9 times. So a ninth of the usage. And as the hammer is about to break now, it's precious. And to feel this upgrade, even just to have a bronze hammer, is amazing. There you go. Luckily we have enough wood to make a new one. Thank you, Berta. I don't have sticks? Really? That's crazy. I guess a wooden hammer costs about 10 sticks. And I think I only had 40. Okay, fine. Maybe by the time I'm finished with the roof, Berta will have crafted another stick. Just one. That's all I need. Yep. Indeed, she has. So the barn is completed. I am amazed, truly. So again, next steps, building another house, building a well. I can handle the well alone for now. That would be no problem. But I would like to send someone hunting. Once we have someone hunting, we will have a steady income of leather and meat. But meat is not even a concern right now. I have so much meat. But the leather I can use to make simple bags, which I think they sell quite well, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be an early source of income even. So let's see. I could deliver the leather to Matilda and sell her the rest. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I need some leather to make the bags myself, after all. But I can buy 15 fertilizer and cabbage seeds. That's for sure. Let's do that. Majestic bird. I don't actually know what kind of bird this is. Let's look. So on the map, you have different filters. And if you go back once, you can see which kind of animal we have here. So this would be a hawk, allegedly. Yes. There's also a white-tailed eagle. Amazing. Go back to Dynasty. Now where is that Matilda lady? She's probably sitting in her sewing hut. Yes? Yeah, Matilda. There you are. Task accomplished, dear lady. Here is the letter. That must have been a lot of work. He's a very dear friend, isn't he? Sure, I guess. I just like to lend a hand to people in need, you know. Waterskin belongs to Alwyn, a farmer from nearby village, east of here. Oh, I know him. He's a good lad. Here you go. The Waterskin, as good as new. Say hi to Alwyn for me. I totally will forget about this. Alright. Now. Oh. No, I was not going to sell the leather. I forgot. But you, sir, Mr. Dagobert. Hello. I need from you 15 fertilizer. I mean, I could buy some more, but I don't want to overwhelm myself. And cabbage seeds. Also 15. Not more. That is all the game wants us to buy. That's all we're going to buy. And in turn, have some apple... No, actually, I can keep the apple juice. Apple juice is useful. We like apple juice here. But you can have... You know what? You can have nothing. Farewell.
Good luck. Tell me what you...
Thank you, I will need it. I don't know why it still wants me... I'm pretty sure I only need one type of seed. I don't have to grow all of them. Or is it implying that my field should be 30 fields? 30, what shall we call it? Parcels? Cells? 30 cells? And then 15 cabbage and 15 something else? No. I don't think that's the case. But there's another day in the valley near another end, as the sun is about to disappear behind the horizon. We will have to make another visit, pay another visit, I should say, to Gastovia tomorrow and hand Alvin his water skin. From there, we could go and visit, what was his name, Zambor? I think. Visit that guy. But for now, let's see. So this can just be fertilized right away. Okay, let's go. Fertilizer. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Huh? There you go. Hopefully we can get this done before the sun goes down. Okay, 3 more to go. All right. Now, where is the wooden hoe? Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. At least it's quite visible this way when you're getting rid of the former crop. In this case, that was flax. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Now back to the simple bag. Do I have another one? Is that the last one? I have 2. Perfect. So let's see. Cabbage. Yes, summer to autumn. What? Uh-huh. That was a scary noise, but that was just the one bag disappearing and being instantly replaced by the new one. So whenever you have more than one of the same tools in your inventory, it will instantly get replaced should the other one break. And there you go. And that has brought exactly 0 progress for the... Okay. Oh well. Wheat or carrot? But I don't think... wait. Carrot. Carrot seeds will grow all the way from winter till summer. And wheat also from autumn to summer. And it cannot be planted this season anyway. Oh, the same for carrot. Well, that's a little silly. That should resolve the quest, actually. I did what I was asked to do anyway. Oh well. The right man in the wrong place? Are you talking about me again?
Hail, friend.
Hello, I've been friend zoned by you already, wow. Let's try the emotional or depressive approach. Sometimes the world just seems pointless, barren. I want to bleed just to know if I'm still alive. Anyway. These thoughts sound very toxic. You can easily trap yourself in the cage of your own misery. We've done it again. Bye. Maybe Berta is just not the woman for us, you know? We have a certain sadness about life and she doesn't understand us. She cannot relate, clearly. And we should accept that and just move on and find a better woman. Anyway, how is your... But maybe let's make a new approach. I cannot stand laziness in people. Your diligence should be an inspiration for everybody. I agree. I appreciate that. I always try to excel at what I do. Honestly, that is admirable. It really is. You have beautiful eyes, by the way. I don't really care. Alright, well, that's... Yep, see you soon. That's just not... I mean, a little bit of romanticism is not really a bad thing, is it? I don't remember unlocking the simple house, actually, but that is very good news. Let me see. Simple house, simple house. Yeah, we don't have the sticks and we don't have the stone for this. But we can build a simple wattle house. What you can do is you can later on replace the walls one by one with, let's say, stone. That you can do, including the roof. I mean, you cannot make a stone roof, but you can replace it with, what is it called? A plank roof, I guess. That is possible. It is a little bit tedious because whoever lives in the house will be evicted for the time being and you have to allow them back in. But it is possible. And for now, this is really the most sensible kind of house that we can build in terms of resources that we have. Yeah, but we definitely need more sticks. Now, I think we should go for a walk. Do I have some food on me? Yeah, I have berries. And roasted meat. And salted meat even. We're good to go. Wait, so I've lost actually 6 arrows in the progress of pursuing the boars. Not good. I wonder if the wolves are up already. Is that? No, that's a rock. Wait. There's a chest. Well, I cannot resist. Especially when there's 240... Wow, that's a lot of coin. We are very lucky. That's incredible. Normally there's like 40 coins in there at best. But we are really lucky today. Now, as we are walking to Gastovia, I think it is time for me to fix my voice and then we could read some more Oniva. Let me see, I just need to prepare the right website. Oh my god, it's very difficult. Yes. Okay, we got it. Now. The The story of Onivak, the golden apple, and the bird that takes it away every night. And the king that is trying to first get the golden apple, and now he's trying to bring the bird back. So as the king is about to die, he summons his 3 sons before him, and he said, "My dear children, you see the sad state I'm in. If I could but hear the bird Onivak sing just once, I should be cured of this disease of the heart. Otherwise, it will be my death. Whichever of you shall succeed in catching Onivak alive and inducing him to sing to me, I will give half of my kingdom and the heirship to the throne." Having taken leave of their father, the brothers set off. They traveled together until they came to a part of the forest where the road branched off in 3 directions. "Which turning shall we take?" asked the eldest. The second brother answered, "We are 3, and 3 roads lie before us. Let us each choose one. Thus we shall treble our chances of finding the bird, for we shall seek it in 3 different countries." I mean, it's a bird. They are flying. So I'm not sure that makes a lot of sense, but alright. That is a good idea. But how shall we each one decide which way to choose? The youngest brother said, "I will leave the choice to you 2. And will take whichever road you leave me." And now I have to scroll down. The text is very, very big. So each took the road that chance decided for him, agreeing. Where was I? Agreeing that when their mission was over, they would return to the point of departure. In order to recognize the place again, each one planted the branch of a tree at the crossroads, and they believed that he whose branch should take root and grow into a big tree would be successful in the quest. When each one had planted his branch at the chosen road, they started off. The eldest rode on, and never stopped until he reached the top of a high mountain. There he dismounted, and let his horse graze while he ate his breakfast. Suddenly a red fox came up, and speaking in the language of men, said, "Pray, my handsome prince, give me a little of what you are eating. I am very hungry." For answer, the prince let fly an arrow from his crossbow, but it is impossible to say whether he hit the fox, or it vanished and did not appear again. Well, that's a bit of a bad move from that brother, I would say. Now, where's Alvin? I bet he's somewhere in the field. As usual. I cannot jump this fence, really? Is that how pathetic I am? Aha. There he is. Thank you for not building such a high fence here. Alvin! Here is your water skin. It smells, but whatever, it's not my problem. Thank you, this will help me a lot. I have some onion seeds. Here, maybe you will make use of them. Oh yeah, I will. You didn't have a lot of trouble with that request, did you? Let's see. The sewer didn't have leather to repair the water skin, so I had to hunt down some wild animals for supplies. Piece of cake. So you can craft tools and hunt? You are truly amazing. Well, my mother was always pretty handy with a bow and spear. She used to take me hunting from an early age. That's a lie, that never happened. I envy you. My father only taught me how to work on the fields. Remember, in the end, you are the one who shapes your own fate. Yes, it makes sense. Alright then. It's time for me to leave until next time. Amazing. So what did we gain from this interaction? We are a small farm. We have to pay 17 coins as taxes, which so far is nothing I'm worried about. We can still build 4 buildings. So let me think. Another house. A well. What else? Actually, don't remember if I can already build food storage or not. Yes, I can. Huh. Interesting. Hehehe. The geese are laughing at me. Hello. I remember her. She probably does. Oh, she probably does not remember me. Now, where is this Sambor guy? That would be another quest anyway. Unighosts. Talk to Sambor. That's gonna be something. This looks far. What does it say here? Ah, Borova. Okay. Borova or Borova? Okay, now where were we with the story? Yes, so the first brother was a little bit rude. The second brother, without meeting with any adventure, reached a wide-stretching moor where he stopped for his meal. The red fox appeared to him and begged for food. But he also refused food to the famished fox and shot at him. The creature disappeared as before. Oh my god, that duck scared me. The youngest traveled until he came to the banks of the river. Feeling tired and hungry, he got down from his horse and began his breakfast. While he was eating, up came the red fox. "Please, young sir," said the fox, "give me a morsel to satisfy my hunger." The prince threw him a piece of meat and spoke kindly to him. "Come near, do not be afraid, my red fox. I see you are more hungry than I, but there is enough for us both." And he divided all his provisions into equal parts, one for himself and one for the poor red fox. When the latter had eaten to his heart's content, he said, "You have fed me well. In return, I will serve you well." Okay, we need to look a bit around. I don't actually know where I'm going, but there's a stone axe. I'll take that. Oh, warm boots and some meat. That's very nice. Now, if someone wanted to, they could of course take the logs, but why would you carry 3 logs with you? That is heavy. "In return, I will serve you well. Mount your horse and follow me. If you do everything I tell you, the bird of fire shall be yours." That's amazing. Then he set off at a run before the horseman, clearing the road for him with his bushy tail. By means of this marvelous broom, mountains were cut down, ravines filled up, and rivers bridged over. The young prince followed at a gallop, without the slightest wish to stop, until they came to a castle built of copper. Interesting. There are wizards here? Where? Oof. Oh. Aha. Wolves. Let me just take an alternate path. It just seems to me, or we actually walk faster if we walk sideways? Aha. Hello. I think you lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to Wait a second. Look me in the eye. And stop shivering, for crying out loud. Huh. Black and blue. You are Jordan's family, aren't you? That's... I can neither deny nor confirm. Yes, my name is Racimir. You must be Zambor then. And how do you know that? I was talking with Unigost. He told me that you were a part of the reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Unigost and Jordan. I've never heard of this idiotic name in my life. Oh. Sorry, maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Now that is a whole lot better name. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Unigost lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Ha! Of course he was. And not only about that. I cannot decide what kind of voice to give this guy. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures all together. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh wow, really? No. Leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. It will only take a moment. A moment of a moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Unigost didn't get to that part yet. Ah, alright. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew it. Left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things. Being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Jordan, either way. He was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least. So berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously he needed some coins. He came across a manor with orchards, so vast they seemed like an ocean. Jordan managed to find some work there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you are really an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all this strenuous work he had done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. And all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Jordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the lord. Disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of the ox. Jordan fell to the ground, stunned, and the lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing that few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening when Jordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close, so he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened next? What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. No way, you cannot leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. Screw your things. Huh. You really do have Jordan's blood in you. You're right. Screw my things. They're your things to do now. What do you mean? I mean, I'll finish the damn story when you do what I'll tell you, understood? Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab the shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. Clay? That's your pressing need? You have a pottery addiction or something? First of all, I don't need to explain myself to you, child. Secondly, it's for medical purposes. And that's the answer that will fully satisfy you. Got it? Whatever you say. Indeed, there is a clay deposit. But where did I put the shovel? Right. Heavy clay. And a strange figurine. In fact, a lot of them. What is that? Great, now I'm full of clay. And strange deer figurines. Why are they here? Huh? Empty wine bottles. Interesting. I need to Eat some of the berries, I think. For the purpose of clearing my inventory. At least a little bit. Maybe I can sell these. So many of them. Another wooden shovel. So how many people are getting their clay from this place? Okay, please take this clay off me. It's very heavy. Where did he go? Oh, you're cleaning. Ah. Here's the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? Alright, alright. So as I've already said, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money, nor connections. But he had one thing. An unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really. Calm, steady breath. Eye contact all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. He came up with a plan. A plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken, threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. So he stole it. I said no such thing. Jordan was not a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damned story? While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. Okay, now I know you're making this all up. That is simply impossible. Haha, you're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off, but Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me, damn. I would have been the first to doubting a thing like that, if I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later on, with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle. And once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Which was betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife. So the queen. Indeed. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Exactly that. You were right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you. But it worked like a charm. Still don't get it. What worked? What has he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with the company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious, to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would be bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing that Jordan had left behind. except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was... the Lord of the Orchards. Precisely, now you get it. That's incredible. The Lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Jordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared. So the king threw him in the dungeon, where he spent all the days he had left. Jordan was amazing. But the meanwhile got so dark I cannot see anything. I don't even know if the guy is still there. All that was just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. I cannot read today. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Jordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. And now my headset is empty. Oh well. Today is a strange day. Okay, sorry about that. Where was I? Jordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman because of one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's. A charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Jordan didn't want any of that, not for himself. So he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. I told you Jordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least, that's the story he used to tell us. So nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how it was with Jordan. I can't believe you're talking about my uncle. My mother used to portray him as a simple merchant. Successful, but normal. Mortal. Yeah, I was wondering if he actually was mortal many times. Well, now we know. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day, Jordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk. And that he was capable of stopping them. To some extent, at least. So that's exactly what he started doing. Overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community. He sounds like a hero. A true hero. Well, it wasn't like... I mean, I guess you could say that. So how did you join the pack? Jordan was working solo until he met Unigost. That rat's agile fingers could work where Jordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Right, I get it. So they recruited the best there was. I was. Between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. And finally, the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh yes, I noticed. Humble to the bone. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Yes, just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anyhow, I already spoke more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody. It's time for you to go. And preferably don't come back, ever. It was a great pleasure and a true honor. Yeah, I don't care, leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unigost. It's his favorite. A knuckle sandwich. You want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir. Of course, sir. I'm on my way, sir. I don't even see anything. Alright. Wolves. I'm scared. Let's finish the episode here while we're staring into the night where there are wolves lurking, clearly. And I need to find my way home. And that will be the quest for the next episode. So this was episode 6. And episode 7 will be a little bit longer than this one. So until then, thank you for watching. And forgive my confused behavior today. There were a lot of things going wrong during this recording, but that's how it goes sometimes. At least the house didn't burn down or anything. So until next time, bye bye.